Hello everyone, welcome back to my podcast channel for beginners to learn English. I'm Pink and our topic today is holiday. Before we get into the lesson, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to make videos every day for everyone, and please comment and give me feedback if you feel something is not right and I need to improve. Thank you very much. Now let's get started. Hi Jenny. Thanks for your email. I hope you're enjoying your holiday in Japan. I'm in Hamburg in Germany for 2 weeks. Mum and Dad sent me here to do a German course. I didn't really want to come. I'm staying with a German family here. The parents are Martin and his wife, Andrea, and they have 2 sons, Carl and Ralph. Carl is 17 and Ralph is 14. They're very friendly, but they only speak German, and sometimes I don't understand them. It's Sunday, and everyone is at home, but we're all in different parts of the house. I'm writing this email in my bedroom. It's really nice because I can see the garden from my window. Carl is in the garden. It's raining, but he's playing with the dog. Ralph is in the room next to me. His parents think he is studying for his exams, but he's playing a computer game and chatting to his friends online. Andrea is in the living room. She's a teacher, and she's preparing her lessons for next week. Martin is cooking dinner and listening to some terrible opera music. I don't know what he's making, but he's a great cook. My dad can only make toast. I've been here for a few days now, and I'm starting to get used to the routine. Every morning, we have breakfast together in the kitchen. Andrea makes fresh bread, and there are always lots of different cheeses, cold meats, and fruit. I've learned that Germans love their breakfast. I usually have some bread with butter and jam, and sometimes I try the cheese, but some of it is very strong.
Martin drinks a huge cup of coffee every morning while reading the newspaper. He always looks so serious while reading, but then he starts humming opera songs, which makes everyone laugh. After breakfast, I go to my German class. The school is about a 15-minute walk from the house. It's a small language school with students from all over the world. There's a girl from Italy in my class named Sophia, and we've become good friends. She's also staying with a host family, and we like to compare our experiences. Our teacher, Frau Muller, is very strict but also very kind. She always corrects our mistakes, which is a bit embarrassing, but I'm learning a lot. The lessons are quite intense. We do a lot of speaking and listening exercises, and we have to write short essays in German every day. I've learned how to order food in a restaurant, ask for directions, and talk about my hobbies. It's still difficult to understand when people speak quickly, but I'm getting better. Frau Muller says my pronunciation is improving, which is encouraging. After class, I usually have lunch with Sophia at a small cafe near the school. They serve amazing sandwiches and salads, and the coffee is really good too. We like to sit outside if the weather is nice and watch people go by. It's fun to try and guess where they're from based on their accents and clothes. Sometimes we'll practice our German by ordering in German and talking to the staff. They're always very patient with us. In the afternoons, I usually have some free time. Sometimes I go to the park near the house. It's a beautiful park with a big lake and lots of trees. There are always people jogging, walking their dogs, or just sitting on benches enjoying the view. I like to take my notebook and write about what I see. It's a good way to practice my German because I try to write my notes in German instead of English. One day, Martin took me and the boys to a museum. It was a museum about Hamburg's history, and it was fascinating. We saw old ships, maps, and even a model of what the city looked like hundreds of years ago. Martin explained a lot of things to me, but most of it was in German, so I only understood part of it. Carl and Ralph seemed bored at first, but then we found an interactive exhibit where you could steer a ship using a simulator, and they loved that. I tried it too, but I kept crashing the ship. In the evenings, we usually have dinner together as a family. Dinner is always a big meal, and Martin and Andrea like to cook traditional German dishes. So far, I've tried schnitzel, bratwurst, and sauerkraut. I wasn't sure if I'd like sauerkraut because it smells strong, but it tastes really good with sausages. Andrea also makes delicious soups, and there's always fresh bread to go with them. After dinner, we sometimes play board games or watch TV. They like watching German dramas, and even though I don't understand everything, it's good practice. Last night, we played a game called Mensch Arger Dick Nicht, which is a bit like Ludo. It was so much fun. Ralph kept trying to send my pieces back to the start, and Carl kept laughing at how competitive we were. Martin was the most serious player, but Andrea ended up winning. We all laughed so much that my stomach hurt. On Saturdays, the family usually does something special. This weekend, we went to the local market. It was amazing. There were stalls selling fresh fruit and vegetables, cheese, bread, and even handmade crafts. I bought a small bracelet as a souvenir. Andrea bought lots of fresh ingredients for the week, and Martin couldn't resist buying some strange-smelling cheese. Carl and Ralph found a stall selling pretzels and insisted on getting one each. They shared a bite with me, and it was the best pretzel I've ever had. After the market, we went to a cafe and had coffee and cake. Andrea told me that having coffee and cake in the afternoon is a German tradition called Kaffee und Kuchen. I tried a slice of Black Forest cake, and it was heavenly. The layers of chocolate, cream, and cherries were perfect. We sat there for a long time, talking and enjoying the atmosphere. On Sunday mornings, the family likes to sleep in, but I usually wake up early. I like to use this quiet time to read or write emails. Today, I'm writing to you and watching the rain outside my window. The garden looks so green and beautiful in the rain. Carl is still outside with the dog, even though it's wet. He seems to love being outdoors no matter the weather. Ralph, as usual, is glued to his computer. I can hear him laughing occasionally, so he must be having fun chatting with his friends. Andrea just came up to check on me. She's so kind and always makes sure I'm comfortable. She brought me a cup of hot chocolate, which was a lovely surprise. Martin called us downstairs for lunch, and I could smell the delicious aroma of whatever he's cooking. I think it's some kind of stew today. I'll write more about it in my next email. Anyway, that's what I've been up to so far. I'm really starting to enjoy my time here, even though I was nervous about coming at first. It's been such a great experience learning German and getting to know this wonderful family. I'm also learning a lot about myself and becoming more independent. I can't wait to hear from you again and find out what you've been doing in Japan. Write back soon. Take care, Anna.